Hello everybody and welcome to the Living Life Show. This is Marcos Ojeda and this show is excited and honored to announce that a very special guest will be joining us tonight. He is the Global Chief Executive Officer of EFM. He is a member of the Italian Real Estate Roundtable and he is a lecturer in some of the most prestigious Italian universities. He is also the founder of Venture Thinking and the project Phoenix. And he is a friend of this show and a good friend of mine. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Living Life Show, Daniele Di Fausto.
Thank you so much, Marcos. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you. I'm very happy.
Thank you, Daniele. Thank you for being with us. The honor is all ours. So the first question that we would like to ask you relates to the strange times that we are facing right now. You know, for many weeks, we have been facing this horrible pandemic and many things have changed. So the first question is, how are you and what are the things that have changed in your side?
Many things. So this period was in a sentence, a fantastic experience to discover new things. And basically, I have some surprises that I discovered a new person in my life. So I met new friends that I only met digitally. So the first point is that I become friends of people that I never met. And I start having discussion and webinars and even some kind of business without meeting in person. This is the first point. The second point that is very strange for me is the condition about my family. So being at home all the time, not traveling, not being in the office, not doing a lot of stuff. The relationship with my wife and with the kids changed completely in a very positive way. And so this was surprising, the getting in a new way of emotion, of relationship that are important. I felt that I was too much busy and the time was a little bit constrained. And instead, in this moment, I enjoyed waking in the morning, getting kids, so to be with them.
That's fantastic to hear. That's fantastic to hear, to see, you know, the positive side that you're facing with this during these times. And when we were introducing you, we said that you are the Global Chief Executive of EFM. You were appointed CEO 6 years ago in a company that you've been working for close to 20 years, no? More or less. And when you started working in that company, you were already full of ideas and full of energy to implement those ideas. I remember some anecdotes that you told me. So how would you describe your professional journey and what are the challenges that you see ahead?
This is a very interesting question. And I think that the strange thing is this, that I joined the company after my graduation at university. And even being in the company for many years, my impression, my feeling is that we start every 2-3 years a new business. So the company was never the same. So there is a sensation of creation, innovation, some things that change very frequently. And so it's very important to adapt that the company is not the same. This was the feeling. And especially in this moment, in coronavirus, we started new things in 2 months. And the sensation that we have in the company is that we accelerated so many things at the time. The things that we are now able to do in 1 month are similar to the things that we were able to do in 1 year. It's incredible how the speed of things is moving in general. but even in the company. And we were very, let me say, lucky because our company is doing smart working programs in the last 6-7 years. And so we are working 100% from home. And so zero people in office and other things. And at the end, there was even a good sentiment about community. So we were a little bit afraid about this, but at the end, the working experience was positive.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And also, you know, you were talking about adapting, being changing and improving constantly. And recently, you founded Venture Thinking and the project Phoenix. So, what led you to do this? And could you share with our audience what is this about and how do you see it evolving?
Yes, I remember that the project in reality started at the end of January in Milan. There was a big conference about philosophy, and I joined this conference. I was listening one philosopher about the importance of a pragmatical philosophy, vitality, creation, and other things. And listening to this fantastic person, I was thinking, if I change the word philosophy and I put venture, the same dialogue will be applied. So we say, why philosophy and venture can be combined and inspire this concept of integration of philosophy and business. And so I join him and say, why we don't put these two words together, venture and thinking, in sense of philosophy in mind. And we defined this approach of venture thinking that we think that was powerful because we were entering in a new era about not only venture capital, but the venture of ideas. So this was the main topic. Then there was the coronavirus joining in March, and he said, okay, now we have this idea. Why we don't try to attract people, to create a community of a philosopher, of businessmen, of designers, and we get attention about this movement. Once that we get this and say, now we think that we need to do something for the situation. And in particular, we talk with an economist in Rome and say, Daniele, this situation is very different from the last crisis. The last crisis in 2008 was a financial crisis and was equal for the market. So there was no need for money. This crisis is very different. There will be 4 groups of company. Group A, the company that will grow. The company in the IT, in the pharma, in the food, they will have more business. Then there will be the company B, the company that will remain in the fridge for some period, and then they will continue after the pandemic crisis. And then there will be the company C and D, that are the company with the partial disruption and with total disruption. And with this concept in mind, we say, okay, there is one part that will grow and the second part that will reduce. Why we don't take an initiative for a medium and small company in which we can support them in this situation and alert that even with money, they will have trouble. So it's the moment to accelerate the ideas in joining together. And with this concept to have 150 companies, little, medium, plus 20 or 50 big companies, segment A, plus 20 person in the business education, and 20 person in the real business, so that have knowledge, to put all together in order to help this company to rethink their business model in an ecosystematic way, not alone, but with the knowledge of other people. And we launched this the 2 of May in Italy, and this event with some person from Italian company and even international, this event has had a big success in terms of social reach. Now we hope to launch the program.
That sounds fantastic, Daniele. That sounds fantastic, and we wish you all the success with these projects. You are also, and the audience can notice this immediately when looking at you and when hearing you talk. You are a very positive and a very optimistic person. And now we are facing, the world is facing difficult challenges. Most probably we will need all to adapt to what they call a new normality, the new normal. How do you see this new normal taking place? And more importantly, do you believe or do you think that we will be able to draw something positive out of this? Is there going to be any silver lining?
These are a very important question, Marcos. And first of all, I want to say something. That in this period, I don't think that no one can predict the future, and it's very difficult to say what will happen. But I think that we need to embrace a spirit of experimentation. We need to try new things, and we need to try to elaborate a new concept, a new model that are not just something from the past put in a new way. So I think that the new normality is a new world. So I think that we are facing something that is a very big change in terms of many things. And we don't have even the concept, the ideas, how this will be. But we can do some things to try to figure out some possibility and to try to make a change and to learn from doing and to test. So I think that there will be, the new normality will be an accelerated phase of new ideas, of new venture, of an entrepreneurial mindset, plus solidarity, some values that are not from the things that we saw in the past. So I think that in the future there will be more space to collaborate, to co-create, to do some things together, and I hope that this will happen. For sure, there will be even challenge to be more local, to more close. So in a word, I think that there will be a battle between open system and to closed system. And personally, I hope to make a contribution to the open system, to maintain the collaboration open.
I fully agree, and I hope for the same. Daniele, it's been great having you here in the show with us tonight. We cannot tell you how grateful we feel and how honored we are. We also believe that the world needs more people like you. You are an example and a source of inspiration for many, including for me. So, Daniele, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniele Di Fausto.
Thank you so much, Marcos. It was a really, really pleasure.